All right, well, let's zero in now on Tesla's stock. Joining me now is Craig Irwin, Roth Capital Senior Research Analyst. He's got a buy rating, $395 price target on the stock.
Elon Musk and Tesla have faced backlash this year.
Right. Well, right now it's supervised. I have a Tesla. I can drive it. My house to the airport. Never touch it until I'm going to valet.
Why doesn't Tesla buy Uber?
There's no need because we have a large number of cars. We have millions of cars that will be able to operate autonomously, and I should say that it's a combination of a Tesla-owned fleet and also enabling Tesla owners to be able to add or subtract their car to the fleet, so that existing Tesla owners will be able to earn money by adding their car to the fleet.
All right, welcome to another trading analytics video. This week is already starting off to a very hot start with Trump announcing extensions on the EU tariffs. Not only that, we also have NVIDIA earnings coming up on Wednesday, which we believe is going to be a very big catalyst, not only for the AI revolution, but also for the market itself. So with all that being said, with all the catalysts and volatility that we have ahead of us, we believe that a video was warranted. So I want to go ahead and start covering the Nasdaq 100 and some of what I expect coming into this week. And so the first thing that we want to acknowledge is that we did get a pullback, right? We were somewhere around the 522s or 523-ish area, and we got a pullback all the way down to 505. And so what this essentially did for us is, it allowed us to kind of reset our RSI a little bit. And not only that, we retested some of our moving averages, which we were operating, pretty far away from them for a while there. Now that we kind of, got this retest of the 20 EMA or very close to it, we believe that there is a very good opportunity for the market to start its pivot, right, and continue its bull trend of higher lows and higher highs. And so what we would need to expect from here is a slow bounce, right? As we say, the bulls take the stairs up. Obviously, bears take the elevator down. So we think this is going to be a pretty, slow rise as we begin to make higher lows and higher highs. Back to the 520s and beyond the 520s, we actually believe we can get towards the 540s, assuming the bull trend is intact and, the President of the United States can behave himself just a little bit for us, right? And so, as, all of that being said, we do like a move to the upside from here. Now, once again, I am going to stick to the fact that this is a bull trend, and it doesn't mean that that is the last dip we saw. I think there's a good chance that we've already seen the low of this last pullback. However, again, be prepared for anything, right? We can always get a pullback even deeper to some of these other moving averages. But again, I do believe the end destination for the Nasdaq is going to be higher. Again, I don't want to go right to the 540s, but I will say back towards the 520s, definitely. And then obviously we'll work our way to the 530s, but I do believe 540 will be on the table at some point next month. So that's what I have on the Nasdaq. This is how I'm particularly, setting up my trade plan. I do want to buy all dips on the Nasdaq, assuming we keep our bull trend intact. I want to buy all dips so we can eventually put in that higher high and obviously profit from it. All right, jumping over to Tesla stock. This is the name that I'm the most excited about heading into the week. I do believe this stock is on an absolute rocket ship or launch pad or whatever you want to call it. I do believe Tesla stock can absolutely explode to the upside based on the current structure of the chart. So I do want to go over a couple levels here. I'm going to just kind of jump right into it, right? So I'm going to first start with what invalidates this chart, which is a loss, in my opinion, a loss of 330. If we close candles here on the 4-hour chart below 330, this is going to invalidate this chart for me particularly. I don't want to be involved in Tesla, if it's closing candles under 330, which is, the bottom end of this consolidation zone. Anything above that, I do want to absolutely continue to buy Tesla and even buy dips or all the above for this chart to absolutely head to the upside. Now, again, I do want to acknowledge we do have this trend line here, and this trend line, is serving as a relative support to Tesla. And you can see each time that we've gotten to this trend line, this is where the flags have typically taken off to the upside. And again, as you can see, we have two flags back to back on Tesla, and that's where this flag finally started, breaking to the upside was a touch of this trend line, right? And so you can see on Friday, we basically got to that point right on this particular flag, right? You can see right here in this consolidation here, we basically got right to the trend line. And again, from here, I am looking for higher prices on Tesla. So again, I want to go over some of the, resistances that might be ahead of us. We have 355, which is the upper end of this flag, or the consolidation zone, whatever you want to call it. That is 355. I do believe that can pose some significant problems for Tesla. Anything over 355, I do believe, more upside targets are going to become very swiftly. You're going to be looking at 364 and above 364. I think we will end up right around the $400 area, right, which is this upper trend line. And again, not only that, if you want to look at your general measured move of Tesla coming out of this flag, that's going to should take you towards that $400 area by my estimation. And as you can see, just around that $400 price target is where this flag measure move brings you, right? And so, again, that is pretty exciting. Obviously, if anybody has traded Tesla out of a bull flag before, you know that these can produce multi-bagger or potentially produce multi-bagger returns. And so take this chart very seriously. It's a huge opportunity for not only you, but your family as well. I am absolutely loaded on Tesla, and I am looking to continue to be load Tesla as long as we remain above the 330 area. Now, where my last load zone is going to be the breakout of this consolidation. That's right above that 355 area. I will continue buying as soon as we break out of that 355 consolidation. I will absolutely buy more Tesla, which gives me more confirmation that this flag is getting ready to break out and obviously head towards our Grand Slam $400 price target. So that's how I'm playing Tesla. I'll obviously be back in future videos to continue to give you guys updates. All right, before we continue with this video, I do want to revisit a trade idea that was given in our last YouTube video, which was Dell Technologies. I'm going to play a clip from that video, and then we'll get back to the analysis. This market has a little bit more legs left to go, and there is trade ideas out there that you guys can take advantage of. So one of them that I'll throw on here on YouTube for you guys is going to be Dell. And so Dell has a very nice structure on the chart here. I do expect Dell to continue moving its way through some of these moving averages here. And I do believe that Dell can work its way up into this 200 SMA with a little bit of volatility as it works its way there. That is somewhere around 110. I think Dell is currently somewhere around $98, $99. So again, I do believe that this could be a very nice win if you guys have some time on your contracts. I would probably go for the end of the month. Somewhere around May 30th or something like that should work. All right, so as you can see, the last YouTube trade idea we gave on Dell did over 200% plus. And again, that's just one of many. We do lots of trade ideas in our Discord server. I will warn you guys now, these trade ideas are going to be few far in between in future videos going forward. And so if you do want to keep up with the trade ideas that Trading Analytics produces, you will want to use the top pinned comment of this video, and you should see our Discord link there. I do believe we're running a very short free trial. It's not long, but again, it does allow you to try the Discord server out, and you can see if you're a fit. It's probably just for a few days. But if you're a fit, you can obviously join us for the long term. If not, you guys can obviously leave. It costs you nothing, right? But again, I am going to give you guys one more trade idea here on YouTube, which is Shopify. And as you guys can see, we are in a very nice bull trend on Shopify, and I do believe Shopify does have a very good setup, assuming we don't get any black swans or some other kind of tariffs or anything like that, any kind of news-related things like that that could tank the market. Barring all of that, I do believe Shopify could easily head towards the price target up here, somewhere around the 120s. Currently, Shopify is trading somewhere around 101, 102, somewhere in there. And I do believe that this bounce that we could get on Shopify could take us to the 120s. Now, this could probably take somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks to achieve, maybe even 4 weeks. And so if this is a trade idea that you're interested in, you probably do want to push your contracts out towards the end of June just for safety. Again, you always want to account for volatility, and if something goes wrong, you don't want to have those short-dated options that obviously are getting killed by theta, and the sideways movement of names like Shopify could crush that contract. But this chart looks primed. This chart looks really, really good to head towards the 120s. Again from here. So I do believe you can possibly get another multi-bagger here on Shopify. Now, I will warn, I am not a financial advisor, so obviously if you decide to follow this trade idea, you would be doing so at your own risk. Again, you will be assuming all the risk if this does not work. I personally, what I'll be doing is managing risk right below the $100 area. If we lose the $100 area and close an hourly candle below $100, that's going to be where my stop loss is going to kick in, and that will obviously kick me out of the Shopify trade. However, as long as we remain above $100, I will be looking for the 120 area and possibly even higher than that. But again, that's just the area that I see Shopify could potentially test and get us some beautiful returns on some longer dated options on this particular name. All right, last but not least, I do want to cover Amazon stock. This is another trade idea that I do want to throw on you guys' radar. Again, I do like the very nice structure that Amazon has. I do believe this one, unlike Shopify, has a little bit more hurdles ahead of it. However, it does have a lot of things going for it as well. So I just want to kind of quickly get into it for you guys. You can see that we are in a very nice structure and bull trend on Amazon stock. Now, obviously, once again, barring any tariffs or anything like that, I do believe Amazon will see some upside here. Now, again, we did get a test of the 200 EMA thanks to, some of Trump's tariffs. Speaking of that, right? And so from here, this 200 EMA did produce a bounce on Friday, and that gave us a close right around the 202, 203 area. So right from here, I do believe that, we can test this downtrend line. That takes us somewhere around 208, 209. And then once we clear this downtrend line, I do believe 215 comes very swiftly after. And so again, that is some pretty nice upside from this $200 level or 202 area. Again, making it towards 215. I do like that, right? Now we can see additional, volatility, getting pullbacks to retest certain levels before going even higher, assuming the market is going to remain on the bullish territories. That could take Amazon all the way up towards 228. Now, I do believe this could take to the end of June, maybe even in the beginning of July in order to get to this 228 price target. That's just my guesstimation. And that is assuming all the stars align and the market remains bullish. So that's all I have for you guys today. Let's go ahead and dominate this very short week ahead of us. Once again, you can use the top pin comment in this video to join our Discord server and obviously continue taking trades with us. So that being said, good luck guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.